Howdy, today I'll be discussing biofuels. What is a biofuel? A biofuel is a renewable resource that comes from organic matter or biomass. Biofuels are a better alternative for the environment and they let us tap into all the Earth's resources. The biofuel I'll be discussing today is called biodiesel. What is biodiesel? Biodiesel is a form of biofuel made from soybean oil or animal tallow, corn, canola oil, and alcohols like ethanol or methanol. The plants use this process of photosynthesis to take in CO2, and methanol and ethanol use fermentation to create their product, which is called the alcohol. They also use the catalyst sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. Using the oils from the vegetables, biodiesel goes through the process of transesterification. It's the main chemical reaction, and it happens because the oils mix with ethanol and the catalyst, which can be potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide, and it causes the oils to break down into glycerol or biodiesel. We use biodiesel in many forms. We can use it in vehicles, heating, electricity, cleaning, or paint removal. Biodiesel isn't a new discovery. Back in 1937, a scientist in Belgium discovered the process of transesterification. However, more improvements weren't done until the late 70s, when there was an embargo act that caused many countries to look towards a different source. We use a small carbon footprint when we use biodiesel. What is a carbon footprint? A carbon footprint is how much carbon is emitted by an activity or an organization. When we use petroleum, we leave a very big carbon print on the earth. That's why we look for other sources when it comes to fuels for our vehicles. Biodiesel is considered to be a biogenic, meaning it reduces the amount of carbon dioxide that goes into the air since it uses the plants that use CO2, which is a recycled process. The economic impact of using biodiesel is that we reduce the amount of pollution, smog, and other chemicals in our atmosphere. We also reduce our carbon footprint and we give people jobs. To make the biodiesel, you need people in the agriculture and manufacturing fields to harvest the plants and make the product. Biodiesel awareness can start small, especially in schools and local communities. When more people learn about clean, natural fuels, we can slowly move away from petroleum and make better environmental choices. Even small steps can lead to big changes as more people realize there are different ways to help the earth. Public awareness campaigns, workshops, and hands on demonstrations could help people see how easy biodiesel is to use. If funding were not an obstacle, we could build more biodiesel factories, which would help create jobs and help move more families out of the poverty line. More production could also lead to lower fuel prices and make environmental friendly gas stations more common. With better awareness, stronger infrastructure, and continued support, biodiesel could play a major role in a cleaner and more sustainable future. Thanks, and gig 'em.